have this
I was planning on doing Solo right now, man, because I want to, while we hot, man.
I'm gonna let you lead.
Okay, I'm gonna lead.
I wasn't planning to watch Solo. I happened to have the movie pass, and I was like, I got nothing else to do. So I saw Solo. I got some strong opinions about it. So why don't you go ahead?
Okay, so one, both of us are Star Wars fans. Okay, now there is a dividing line that's going into Star Wars universe, and I think I need to say this because there's a group of people like Herbie who feel that it's kind of going in a different direction.
Yeah.
There's a group of people like me that and it's similar to Black Panthers, where the theme is which one is traditional or innovative. And so I'm a more innovative person, and so I'm okay with some deviance. Both of us agree that the last Star Wars movie didn't do well. Really hurt the first one, Force Awakens, because the Force Awakens create all these wonderful plots and still connected to the original source material. Where 2 was like, we're gonna destroy it. Kind of like, to me, the best example of it was when you're seeing Transformers movie as the first time as a kid, and they kill Megatron, they kill Optimus Prime, just to create a new line of toys, and you're like, oh my god, I've lived my whole life with Optimus Prime. How are they gonna kill Optimus Prime? I mean, throughout the whole movie, like everybody won, everything is saved, and I walked out the movie like in tears as a little kid. I'm like 6, 7 years old. Like, oh my god, they killed Optimus Prime. And so they that
was dramatic.
Yeah, right. It was like the only time I ever cried in a movie theater.
I'm a little 8-year-old heart couldn't
take it. Right. And so when you think about that, I think about the concern is where they're going with it, and have they like try to do a whole reset and destroy everything? Kind of like how Yoda in the movie destroys the house with all the information about the Jedi. It's like you're kind of going too far. Solo, is there actually... So this is where we're going into it. I like Solo. I like Solo because I knew kind of like when we talked about Upgrade, it's a summer movie, it's supposed to be fun, and I didn't expect a lot when it came to references to Star Wars, because Solo's on his own journey, and the whole point of the movie is to watch the own journey. I know you feel differently, so I want to like... You can share that, and then we could go there, or we can talk about the characters, or...
I went into Solo with really
biased. Excuse me.
A little.
My bad.
A little bit, man. I've been reading what was going on online, especially with the fans and how the fans feel the direction Star Wars is not going the right way. Okay. And I was of that, and I am of that group, because again, Force Awakens, I was a big fan of it. I actually enjoyed it.
I love it. It's actually one of my favorite movies.
And it wasn't until The Last Jedi where I realized that Force Awakens was terrible. And Last Jedi just made... It shed so much light on why Force Awakens was a terrible movie. So when you're going into Force Awakens, we hadn't seen Star Wars in a few years in a full budget theater. Right?
I agree.
Movie. Everything has been like the TV
retro,
shows,
prequels, cartoons, all that.
So in the trailers and in the movie, you see Finn holding the lightsaber, Black Jedi, looking kind of cool. You're like, oh wow, where is this going? Right? You see Captain Phasma. You see Rey. So you're seeing Rey.
You see trailers of Han.
Yeah, you see trailers of Han. So
trailers of Han and Chewbacca. So you're in the moment.
Yeah, and then BB-8, excellent new character. And then Poe Dameron, great new character. So I felt that Force Awakens was a great film.
Okay.
And then when you watch The Last Jedi, and then they basically Last Jedi just didn't undo the original trilogy or even the prequels. It undid the movie. It just came out. So all of a sudden you're waiting for Finn. Like, is Finn going to explore the Force? Because all Star Wars lore says that you can't hold a lightsaber unless you're Force sensitive, right? So that's a big deal.
No, because Han Solo did a...
Han Solo never touched a saber, bro.
Okay, so this is where you're going to see Terrence Simmons geekdom. In Star Wars Empire Strikes Back, Luke Skywalker is frozen, and he's up on the top. There's a, whatever you want to call it, cold monster that has him out as an icicle, and then to keep him warm, somebody that's not Force sensitive, last name Solo, uses his lightsaber, cuts up him, and puts him in there to keep him warm.
That was
I'm just saying.
That's an editing mistake. They meant to cut that out.
Anyway, I don't want us to go there.
All right, fine.
Okay.
I'll give you that one.
Okay.
All right. But he wielded the saber against stormtroopers. He actually did a pretty good job. And then he went up against
but see, I like
Kylo
that.
Ren.
So
we're getting away from Solo, but hold on. I gotta finish this.
All right.
So the second one, Force Awakens, undid everything that was kind of set up. Then you had they had the Knights of Ren. They mentioned it. They had the silhouette of the 6 Knights. Who are they? What are they? Right. So you're like expecting all this. So the Last Jedi undid all that.
I agree. So this is where we agree. The Last Jedi destroyed everything that they were trying to put together with creating a remix or a new and old universe, a gradual universe.
Yeah.
And but how does that turn? So he walked into Solo with all these biases.
Basically, I walked in. Well, full disclosure, I think Rogue One was one of the best Star Wars movies since Empire and Jedi. And I went in thinking that was going to be the hottest garbage. So I'm completely willing to change my mind on this stuff, man.
No, because this is where I feel that a lot of Star Wars people are not doing Solo a disservice. Rogue One is a prequel. We gotta get away. I know it's supposed to be an individual story between the stories. Rogue One is a prequel. No, Solo is Solo's own individual story. A prequel, I'm telling you, Rogue One sets up Star Wars. It is the ultimate prequel. It actually ends, like when we talked about before, it ends and Star Wars begins exactly with the same scene.
Let's be real.
That was amazing.
Let's be real. If Rogue One didn't have that last ending with the character at the end,
no, it's all about the plans.
The movie would have been horrible.
If Rogue One didn't have Darth Vader, so there's a lot of places that
you be spoiling stuff, bro.
It's Rogue One.
It's Rogue One. That was 2 movies past, but there's some people who ain't seen it.
Oh God, it's Rogue One. If you haven't seen Rogue One, go see it.
Just say spoilers.
Spoilers.
Have some courtesy.
Okay, all right. I apologize. Spoiler: everyone dies.
The Vader scene. The Vader scene literally took Rogue One from a C movie to an A movie. If it was not for that scene, you'd walk away like, that was a cool, fun movie. All right? They had a really good, unique character. But again, this is about Solo. I want to get back into Solo.
Okay.
So
I disagree with that one. I felt like the Mission Impossible feel of it made it a B movie, regardless of Darth Vader. I do feel that the Darth Vader scene turned into an A. Yeah. Like 100%. It was a B movie that was like after the Darth Vader scene. Because the Mission Impossible, like, we got to do this. I am the Force walk with me. I mean, it was a good movie, man.
I came in with biases for Solo.
Okay.
And everything about... And someone spoiled... This is going to... There's another Star Wars character that shows up at the end of Solo. I'm not going to spoil it. But someone spoiled it for me. And I walked in thinking that scene with that character coming was going to be awesome.
Oh.
I could not be more disappointed. So
it was all bad.
Yeah, it was all bad. So going in, I thought the movie was really cheesy. I thought it was really cheesy. I thought that they had, like right at the beginning, the first thing they had a Han owing debt to a centipede monster. It was like the centipede job in the hut. Like they're just recycling the plot. And the female lead of the movie, gosh, I cannot remember her name.
Oh, girl from Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. I'm gonna say it, man. Like, no disrespect. Okay, I love Game of Thrones, but she's not a great actress. She can't carry a movie.
You might as well call her name.
Bro, you're gonna look it up. So yeah. Because when I watch Game of Thrones, what saves her character?
Is she the dragon?
She's the mother of dragons in Game of Thrones. But she doesn't. It wasn't until the later seasons where she has extended scenes, and
I mean she's whiny.
Can't really hold. But in Solo, I don't feel that she was able to carry the plot. And what's her name? Emilia Clarke. There we go. Emilia Clarke. I don't find her really talented.
Okay, so you have all this biasness. Okay, you come in. I didn't know that part about that person. Mm-hmm. That would deflate the whole thing if I would have heard that. Yeah. So it was all bad. I came in fresh perspective. I actually wanted to see how Lando Calrissian. How is he gonna be cool? I was interested to see the robot, Millennium Falcon in the game. So I actually enjoyed it.
So
it was definitely a summer movie. So I do gotta understand that when summer movies come out, not to say that there's a different type of expectation that you should have for movies, but summer movies are for daytime fun. Let's go kick it, blah blah blah. Winter movies are like, okay, I gotta come out in the winter. I'm from Chicago. It's cold. It's a whole different feel. Like you need the best movie out there.
Donald Glover did a great job as Lando,
and the guy did a good job as Solo. I gotta say that.
He was okay.
He grew on me because at first I was like, I don't know, but more and more you see him develop and his character develop, which was the whole goal of the movie, to show how Solo came from a boy to a man.
I don't think he was enough though. He was okay, and I thought Lando was great. Now then the movie lost me with the droid side plot of droid rights. Oh my goodness, bro! Like I don't know what that was about. Like the droids are fighting for their freedom. I could not especially you think about Clone Wars. Like droids are not supposed to have that level. Like none of that made sense to me. And I didn't. I thought that this movie was just going the wrong direction almost the entire time. The scene where they escape the
it's supposed to hint at the rebellion. It's a different type of rebellion.
Nah, bro, I can't give you that.
I'm just telling you, that's what it was supposed to be about.
Rebellion?
It's a robot. It's a rebellion. The whole point of Star Wars is we're rebelling against the man. The man's trying to take over. He's taking away our rights, and we all gonna come together as a collective and rebel against it.
Man, I just want to get to the ending and hear your final review for this movie. Like, what are you giving this movie?
Okay, Solo is a B-. That's where I'm going into that. And it's good. I'm happy we Siskel and Ebert.
Okay.
It's a B-. It's definitely a summer flick. It gives you this and that. There is a couple of places where I feel they could have injected more of Star Wars lore to turn into a real beat. I will say that. Like, I do feel that it was really off on its own, and that's why I feel like you cannot compare it to Rogue One, because Rogue One is really a prequel to Star Wars. So
I think this movie gets like a D- and needs to go back to summer school. Like, just start all over. Get some new writers in, revamp this plot, throw in a lightsaber or two. Like
it did need a lightsaber or two.
The plot was.
But that's kind of like a spoiler. So you try to tell them there's no lightsaber.
Oh my gosh, the lightsaber that did show up, but
comment.
The movie, the one redeeming scene was when they showed him escaping out of that wormhole. I thought that was really cool. So
there's good scenes.
There are some good moments in it, but as a movie, if I never saw this again, I'd be fine. Like, this might go below the worst Star Wars movie for me, which is the Clone Wars. So this might hit a new low for Star Wars for me.
Okay.
I'm not gonna give my whole ranking. That we should do that like another day, like a retrospective. Yeah. But if I'll do like another retrospective, but where we go back and look at maybe rank all the other ones. But I'd say this is probably the worst Star Wars movie.
Okay, this is where we disagree. But if you see it, put in the comments, tell us what you think. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let us know.